Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel, Aradia Alchemy. Today I want to talk about two fundamental practices that are a must known for every witch out there. We are talking about something supremely popular, but that I want to explain in a very simple way for you guys. These are meditation and visualization. Of course, you have already heard thousands of times about these two fundamental practices, but why meditation and visualizations are the pillars of witchcraft, or we can call them witchcraft 101. Or energy work 101. Meditation is the practice of separating yourself from external interference and external thoughts and entering your point of stillness. Practicing meditation daily not only enhances your potential for manifesting the thing that you're trying to wield, but it raises your vibration and allows you to focus on your soul and the alignment with a greater source. Meditation is super important even prior to visualization, because if you guys do not meditate daily at least 5 or 10 minutes a day, it is very difficult, especially if you are beginners, that you will enter a point of stillness that will allow you to visualize things like they are here, present and tangible in the present moment. So first and foremost, I highly suggest you to practice meditations. Meditation is a supreme practice that will allow you not only to reach your point of stillness and raise your vibration, but to really have self-awareness about the way that you feel mentally, the way you feel physically, and also energetically. There are so many practices of meditation that you guys can try, through guided meditation to even with music and binaural frequencies, or just simply stay quiet 5 minutes of your day while you're focusing on your breath. Why everybody usually suggests to start with a very easy technique of focusing on the breath? Because breath, like the yogi says, is prana, and it is indeed our force and our life force. When we are focusing our intention on our breath, we are indeed entering our point of stillness, because we are not necessarily controlling our thoughts, but we are allowing the thoughts to just flow within our mind while we become the observant of our mind. And it is indeed when we put ourselves in the perspective of the observant that we can come not only to this place of stillness, but of peace and understanding of our human emotions as well as of our energy. And the more you're going to practice daily meditation, the more your practices of witchcraft will be enhanced, because you will be much more aware of the energies that you are emanating from within. And later on in your practice, it will be much easier for you to focus them and direct them where you want. If you want to know more about directing energy and focus, I made an e-course dedicated for you guys that is called Co-Creating Your Own Reality. You can find it in the info box down below. But now let's talk about 1 second about visualization. Visualization is supremely important. Now, why visualization is important, not just for the law of attraction, but literally for focusing energy into whatever you want. Let's say that you want to manifest, or you're doing a spell to find love, or perhaps having a new job. If you do not utilize visualization, it will be a lot harder for your body, your mind, and your soul to manifest this thing into reality, because it will be difficult for your body and your brain to affirm that whatever it is that you're trying to direct or to wield, it's present right now by the time that you're doing your spell. If you know anything about the 7 hermetic principles, and therefore the law of attraction, is that you have to believe that whatever it is that you want to experience is already happening right now in present moment. But why is that? There is actually a scientific explanation for that. We have a part of our brain, I believe over here, that is called the lymphatic brain. This part of our brain doesn't actually understand whether or not a circumstances of event is happening in the present moment, or is indeed something that you are just remembering from your memory. And even memory is something that doesn't actually function like there is a part of our brain that stores memory, but in our brain, we are constantly recreating that memory every time that we want to access it, but there isn't actually a point in our brain that is storing the memory for us. And so what happens in the lymphatic brain is that when you're visualizing, or even let's say you are recalling a memory, you are recreating this memory in your brain, but guess what? Your body, your entire entire machine, your human machine, is believing that that memory that you are recalling, it's happening in the present moment. Let's say, for instance, that you are remembering one of your first love, or for instance, you're remembering a warm hug from a loved one. Your entire body will actually experience that sensation while you are remembering. So if you know this, you know how visualization can be supremely powerful. And it is indeed the pillar of witchcraft, and therefore also of any manifestation and energy work. Because if you train your body to go towards that point of stillness, like we talked about in the meditation practice, and you train your body to visualize and therefore to believe that that experience is indeed happening in the present moment, your entire body and your mind will actually believe that this is already happening. This is the experience that you are experiencing right now in the present moment. Because for our lymphatic brain, there is no difference whether it's actually happening to it's only happening in my mind, because for the mind it's just happening. And isn't this fantastic? And isn't this fantastic that witches back, in the old ages, they knew about this, and this is why they have created spells. Now, I also do believe that, of course, when we're utilizing candles and crystals, incense and oils, we are utilizing the power of Mother Nature, borrowing its energy in order to enhance our practices. But also the opposite is true, that it doesn't matter if you don't have anything or you're using this tool. What it matters is your belief system and how much you are able to trigger your brain to believe that indeed this is happening. And this is where visualization comes. So what I want you to do, guys, on a day-to-day basis as an exercise, I want you to visualize something super easy for you to manifest. And when I mean super easy to manifest, it could be, let's say, for instance, you are hiding in your closet or somewhere where you can't find a t-shirt or your keys, I don't know, an object, and then after a couple of days you don't remember anymore where this object is. I want you guys to practice meditation and go inside your point of stillness and asking your soul to show you that particular object that you have hidden. Imagine this object with all its peculiarity, the way it makes you feel when you're wearing this piece of clothes, or maybe the way it makes you feel when you're holding this object in your hand. You will soon notice that as soon as you finish this meditation and you let go of this process of visualization, you will probably find back this object. Now, obviously, it will be easier if somebody will hit this object for you and then your soul will direct it, but in case you are alone, you can do this also on your own. Another exercise will be just to take a crystal, for instance, any crystal that you have, or a candle, or any object that you have. With crystals is a little bit easier because crystals do hold energy and information within them that are very powerful, so the crystals can actually communicate with you, but it doesn't matter. You can take anything that you want, and I want you guys to observe that object that you have selected, and then close your eyes and imagine every single particle and colors and touch and feeling that object gives you. Through this daily practice of visualization, later on, working on virtual reality within your mind will be a lot easier. And now I want to talk about virtual reality / visualization. One of the most powerful techniques for manifesting, in my humble opinion, as a witch, is indeed virtual reality within our mind. What do I mean by this weird terminology? I noticed throughout my life that every time that I let go of what I wanted so desperately, but I just focused on the sensation of joy, happiness, and eagerness. For example, I used to put some music on and just look and stare at the wall or the roof or the sky, and I used to imagine and dream about meeting interesting people through such a details, or singing in front a stage crowded with people, anything that I wanted, all right? And this is like dog years ago. I used to imagine all of this stuff within my mind, and I wasn't really attached to anything. I mean, I was just fantasizing within my imagination, especially because I have a stellium 3 house in astrology in the 12th house, so I am full of creativity and imagination. But I used to find this virtual reality so much fun. I mean, sometimes we get bored right at home and people say, oh, you shouldn't dream dream about these things, they will never happen. But who cares? Don't listen to these people. Just imagine, not because they have to come through. You can just do it as an exercising for visualization, but you imagine those things because it's like watching a movie. Your emotions are sparkling, you feel better, you feel so joyful, and you might think in the bottom of your head, like in the bottom of your head, you might think in the corner of your head, well, this will never happen. But it doesn't matter because you're not attached to the outcome. So while you're visualizing this virtual reality, guess what? Everything, literally everything that I visualized with the music and the joy and the fun of doing this experiment actually did came true. I was in a stage full of people singing for 10 years almost of my life. I have been in massive metal festival and I saw exactly what I was envisioning. Some of the people that I did envision as individuals that I liked, or even people from TV sometimes that I thought, oh, I want to meet this person, and I used to go through my imagination, I actually did met and they did became my friend. So everything truly is possible. But what happens most of the time for witches, or even people that are just trying to manifest, because they are not accustomed to meditation and visualization, even if they're utilizing all of these candles and items and they are doing scripting and they are asking the universe, they are not really training their body to believe that that thing is true. So for instance, they might do a spell, but still like their entire body is literally telling them this is not happening. This is not here yet. And I know that you have heard this thing so many times before, but I don't think that people actually explain what happens in the body that frequently. I'm sure there are people on YouTube that do, but they don't explain it that frequently. What you guys need to understand as witches, or just as practitioner at large, is that the power that you're trying to utilize, first and foremost, is within you. Then we can talk about deities like we did in the other videos and borrowing the energy from nature, but we gotta understand that we are spark of creator. We are creators, and so the energy is within us, and it's within our body. It's not just about our soul, it's the way our machine, the body machine functions, that is so great. And I think even Bruce Lipton talks about this, and if you guys don't know who he is, you can search it over here on YouTube. It's everywhere, so I'm sure some of you are actually familiar with him. Comment down below if you are already. So here's the thing, when you're training your body to feel those experiences through virtual reality, through joy, and not attachment to the outcome in this experiential way, it's bound to happen in actuality. There is no other way, because literally your body is experiencing in the present moment. So later on, once you do a spell, or once you're asking the universe through scripting, it will just come through. It will only enhance where you're trying to wield. But where you're trying to wield is a set of your belief system, and it's part of your experience. This entire matrix is about what we experience. This is why your reality and your experience is super true, as well as mine, even though we might have completely two different opinions or experience in this world. This is why many famous quantum scientists have been saying that in actuality, when something is true, it's true also the opposite, because everything that we experience is true. But what we have to move forward in terms of experience, it's our preconception that everything that we experience only is bound to what we call reality. I want to give you another example, because I love to intertwine, witchcraft and old knowledge with scientific stuff and science in general. Might be my North Node in Aquarius, I have no clue. But here's the thing. Think about something like cryptocurrency, or think about something like a blockchain. If you don't know anything about cryptocurrency or blockchain, I highly suggest you to watch the video of my lovely friend Hela, the Astral Goddess. She has a video dedicated where she explained to you guys what are cryptocurrencies and blockchains, and I learned this concept also from her. So absolutely check her out. So if you think about cryptocurrency or about blockchain, but let's say cryptocurrency, Bitcoins, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys understand what a Bitcoin is. That is a currency that doesn't actually exist in present reality, right? It's just an information that is being created through the web. Even this video exists as an information. Of course, I am here, and physically the copy that is in my SD card is a tangible reality. But at the same time, the video that you're watching through YouTube, it's a copy of the actual reality that it's happening, that we call reality. But for you, the experience of watching this video, it's true as much as me recording this video, right? And even Bitcoin is true because we believe it's true, because it's something that is a digital information in the web. But it's not really true. You cannot really touch it. You cannot really touch this video. You are accustomed to know that this video is real because you've been programmed to think that, because scientists have explained you the technology behind it. The same happens through manifestation. The same happens through visualization. It's just that people are not accustomed to believe that their own internal visualizations are true, because they think that the future, it's something untangible. But here's the catch that every witch knows. The future is only a byproduct of the actions and emotions of the present moment. Therefore, if you train your body, mind, and soul to enter that point of stillness and to grab your focused attention to the experience of the present moment, and therefore direct that experience in the present moment wherever you want, the future will be so damn predictable, because you are creating that future. And this is why the practice of meditation and visualizations are the pillars of witchcraft, but to be honest, humanity at large. I hope this concept actually do make sense. I know they're very basic and many people do talk about it, but I just wanted to give you my humble contribution to this conversation. If you want to know more about the secret space, triggers, and witchcraft, and also have tarot reading, I have a Patreon listed down below where I do extra content for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Witchcraft one-on-one about meditation and visualization. Comment down below and let me know your stories. And I see you guys later in another of my videos. Bye!